everyone! You probably noticed that today I uploaded 2 videos. That first video is from 3 months ago and I just now finished editing it. So I'm gonna post it anyways, and to kind of be as a little punishment for myself for taking 3 months to edit video when I already had it all filmed and everything, I'm going to try and upload a video every Saturday for the month of December. So it's winter now. It's just snowed recently last week, and my favorite thing about winter is building snowmen, because I don't know, it's probably the nostalgia. I think it was around high school when I started building snowmen again, just randomly. I was a junior in high school and my sister was away at college, so what else do you do than go outside by yourself and build weird creatures in the yard like snow bunnies and snow bears and snow cats? When I got to college, I was so excited to build a snowman with a bunch of people, because I had driven through town one day back home and I saw a snowman that was standing outside a 2-story house. It was level with the 2nd story. That was a really huge snowman, and I just thought, I want to do that with a bunch of people. I want to make a really, really tall snowman. So I kept dreaming about doing that. Unfortunately, freshman year, I was an engineer. I had no time. There was no time. Nobody wanted to help me anyways, because, yeah, no, snow, it's cold. There's a blizzard. But anyways, sophomore year, there was no snow almost. It was pointless to go outside and try and build a snowman. Junior year, however, is the first year that I lived with the lovely Estina, my fellow YouTuber. She came home on a Tuesday night. It was snowing outside. It was about 10 p.m. in the middle of the school week, and she asked me if I still wanted to build the snowman that I was talking about earlier. So I, of course, said, yes, I want to still build a snowman. So we went down to this little courtyard and we started building a snowman, and it was still snowing lightly and the snow was just perfect for packing. So we just stacked it up against a wall and we ended up building a snow merman. So can we get a picture over me or up here or something? Okay, great, thanks. So this is our snow merman. He's pretty awesome. He was gorgeous. Beautiful chin, beautiful coif of hair, and just really nice muscles thanks to Estina, and his hands were gorgeous thanks to me, and a beautiful tail fin also thanks to the lovely Estina. So he was just gorgeous, beautiful. We took a bunch of pictures. Well, the next day, I looked down into the courtyard as I was leaving my dorm, and he was still standing, smiling happily, leaning against the wall. And then I got back from class and I looked out the door that was leading to the courtyard, and do you know what I saw? I saw his head on the ground. I was so mad. I stomped out there and then I grabbed a bunch of snow and I put his head back on and I just fixed it, and then I ran off and I told Estina what had happened, and she was just flabbergasted that somebody would behead a snowman. He's not even doing anything. He might be a little creepy, but why just behead him if he's creeping you out? Isn't it more creepy just to see a muscular merman body just hanging out there? But whatever. So we went to dinner that night, and we came back and we checked out in the courtyard just to see if somebody had done beheaded him again. Well, somebody had done worse. They freaking cut his head off and then they stepped on it. I was so freaking mad at that point. This is one of my pet peeves. I don't understand why people behead snowmen or just destroy things that are just, sitting there being harmless. This isn't the first time this has happened. They have beheaded my snowman when I was living at home and I was in high school. They just came into my yard and chopped the heads off of all my snowmen. When I was probably about 10 or 12, my jack-o'-lantern that was just harmlessly sitting on our step was taken and smashed in the street. I'm like, seriously? Why would you do that? It's just sitting there. It's not even, like, it's on somebody's property. Why would you go? Are you going to go to that house again the next day and look the little 4-year-old in the eye? Because how do you know that that freaking snowman or jack-o'-lantern was not built by a little 4-year-old girl or a little 4-year-old boy or whatever, some small child? Are you going to look them in the eye and say, oh, yeah, I chopped off your snowman's head? It's really funny, isn't it? It just really makes me mad. I mean, I know I'm not a little girl. You can probably tell on a college campus that no little kid built a freaking snowman, but it's just somebody's hard work. Hard work. They were just having fun, and you go and you just destroy them. So if anybody can explain why it's okay to go around chopping the heads off of snowmen, just, leave it down in the comments. I would love to try to understand. I try not to get worked up about this, but as you can see, it doesn't work very well for me. I just have that issue in my life, and it just makes me so mad. Also, it happened again on this very campus. We changed locations last spring. It had snowed a lot last winter. And me and Estina, once again, to celebrate the end of my statistics exams that I really didn't like, but I passed them all. So it was all good. But to celebrate the end of that, we went out and built a snowman on the main central campus area next to our campus's clock tower. And we were gonna build a snow centaur, and it was gonna be awesome. Initially, we were trying to make it sit down, but then we went to go eat dinner, and then we came back, and somebody had kicked a hole in the middle of our large, 7 feet of snow, rectangular snow that we had laid down on the ground already. Somebody kicked a hole right in the middle, and so to spite them, we're like, okay, fine, you want to play like that? We're gonna make a freaking standing centaur. We did just that. We built him up. He was probably about as long as I am tall, so I'm 5'6" or so, and he came up to my chin when I was standing, or at least his back did, and then his torso, his beautiful torso that we were sculpting out, was about 3 more feet up above his back, so he was really tall. And on the back side, we created some snow stairs to get up there so we could put his head on when the time came. And I was sitting on his back, sculpting his human torso back anyways. So that was also very cold. It got really, really bitterly cold, and the snow was it was having trouble sticking again, and we just couldn't keep going. So we decided that since the next day would be fairly warm, decently warm, not snow melting, everything warm, we decided that we would just come back the next day. Well, I was on my way to class the next morning, and I saw first I saw the 2 snowmen that had been under our clock tower kissing. I don't know how those people had done this, but they were outside the clock tower that the day before, and then that night when we were building our snow centaur, they were under the clock tower. So I don't know how those people moved those huge snowmen, but they moved them, and they were kissing under the clock tower. But I saw them first. I saw their, each of the giant ball of the torso and the bottom and the head just scattered across the, in front of the clock tower. And then my gaze switched over from the clock tower to where the centaur should have been. And all I saw was a bunch of snow bricks just lying there, scattered, destroyed. I don't know how that could have even happened, because that snow was like a rock when we left. And somebody actually managed to just chop him up completely. And there were like other snowmen like in random places in the general area that were still standing, but these snowmen were completely destroyed. And I just don't understand why those specifically. Is it because they were drawing attention? Like, I understand like the ones underneath the clock tower, they might have been blocking away, but like you could have just like moved them or something instead of like destroying them, because apparently whoever moved them to begin with, you know, they were movable. You could have just, you know, pushed them off the slide and they probably would have landed in one piece, but instead they were like completely separated. All three chunks of each of the snowmen were scattered across the front of the clock tower. So I just don't understand. Like, our centaur wasn't even doing anything. He was just sitting there in a place that's out of the way. Like, nobody needs to walk there because freaking there's plenty of sidewalks and there's like a cow trail that was next to it. Yeah, I want to build a snow centaur or something awesome this winter, so hopefully more snow will fall. We just got, like I said, we just got some snow, but it's mostly gone now, so I'm hoping more will fall, preferably after finals are over, like that last day that I'm still here, because that would be really awesome. But yeah, that's my story for this week. Freaking beheading snowmen. So stop beheading snowmen. You tell your friends, anyone you know, tell them stop beheading snowmen. It's not nice. Just leave them alone and they won't bother you. Unless it's like that movie Jack Frost, the one with the guy who comes to life as a snowman, then you might want to run if you're beheading snowmen, because they might, you know, come after you. Yeah, something to think about, right? Anyways, I better get back to studying, especially if I'm going to like pass classes. Another note about these videos, they're probably going to be very poorly edited and they're probably going to be me mostly rambling, but yeah, I'll just see you guys next week. So this will be exciting. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I follow through. Otherwise, Estina is probably gonna do something really terrible to me. And you know, if you want to subscribe to her channel, she has awesome covers. You can somewhere in this general vicinity click on the boxy thing. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, go right ahead. I mean, I'll be posting videos every Saturday this month, hopefully, and probably the last Saturday I will post a little bit sooner because I won't be anywhere near an internet at all. Anyways, I think that's about it. So I will see you guys